Third day working on the Beast. 300 gallon, I'm estimating 300 gallon fuel tank. Diesel, or off-road diesel. But we decided to go ahead and do some painting first before we got it all the way up. We got some navel jelly, brushed it on, and that helps. You know, you brush that navel jelly on there and you leave it for 5 minutes and then hose it off with fresh water, not salt water, fresh water, and then let it dry and put a primer coat on there. Rust-Oleum primer, that's what this is. But we figured better go ahead and paint before we stand it up. We had to re-rig. This is the 4th time, and we've got it, you know, a little above knee high off the ground, you know. And we have to keep working at it. Our lift only goes up 1.5 feet at a time. But we're getting there. We're gonna block it here and get our lift out from under it, and then keep bringing it down where that foot will be on them bricks right there, and we'll have bricks over here. And we wanted it to be just about flush with these 2 trees right here. We don't want to go past there because vehicles will be able to pull up here. Yeah, RVs will be able to pull through here and eventually pull, you know, and go out there and camp and good when the ground ain't soaking wet. Or if they, you know, want a tent out there, it's fine, campground out there. Oh, but this is for agricultural diesel fuel. It's cheaper than road use diesel. I don't agree with those tax laws. I mean, they ought to give everybody a break, regardless, you know, but they give some people a break and then they don't give these people a break. And all those unequitable, unequal laws are unconstitutional. They are. But Congress keeps passing them. And they're the ones that's supposed to make sure that laws are constitutional before they ever pass the bill, but they don't. They say, oh, we'll pass it and somebody can figure it out later. And in the meantime, you know, they're passing unequitable, unequal laws, which is a violation of the letter of the Constitution. It is. And they know it, but they won't do nothing about it because they like those laws. They can show favoritism to this group, whatever group they want to, and that, you know, they do it by design. We've only got one party on Capitol Hill, and they all party together. Yeah, they call themselves, I'm a Republican. Oh, well, I'm a Democrat. I'm a liberal, I'm a conservative, I'm a physical, what, you know, they got all kinds of names for themselves, but if they're on Capitol Hill, they're all in the same club. And that's why so much of what has value, all that has capital value, currency and everything else, goes to the Capitol to be redistributed. And they call that progressivism. It's a new modern way of doing things. No, it isn't. That's ancient social, economic, political philosophy. You can call it all kinds of things. But it's the rulership of the few over the many. No matter what the law says and no matter what the majority says. We at the top, we the smart people, we're the lords and ladies, kings and queens, congressmen, senators, whatever they want to call themselves. But it's ancient social, economic, political philosophy. And they call it civilization, and we're progressing toward more of it. Until the majority of the electors, the voters, say, okay, enough's enough, we're not gonna do this no more. And vote them out every 2, 4, 6, 8 years. Yeah. What were we talking about? We're talking about raising this beast. But as you can see, we started out, you know, rigging all kinds of ways. And took us 3 days, but we got a primer coat on, most of it. We'll gonna have to finish up on this side. And the beast will stand up. It's empty, so it's not that heavy. And as soon as it's empty, we're gonna call MFA, Missouri Farmers Association, say, hey, we need about 200 gallons of farm diesel. And I got a 55-gallon gas drum up there in that shed, and we're gonna get farm gas, off-road use only. And I will not put it in my farm truck unless I'm hauling livestock. Yeah, if I'm hauling livestock and going to the sale, or if I'm going to the sale to get livestock, if I'm hauling feed or whatever, guess what? I'll put farm diesel in that farm truck. It is a commercial vehicle. The state of Florida, when I bought that thing in 2000, made me buy a commercial tag. I said, well, it's not a commercial vehicle. And they said, well, sir, it don't matter. It goes by the weight. And I said, well, that don't sound right. Well, we don't make the law. That's what we got to do. I said, okay. So it's a commercial vehicle, farm use. Put a placard on the side, farm use only. If I'm in that truck, I'm working for the farm, and I'll use farm diesel. And all you congressmen and senators that are threatening to cut my Teamster retirement by up to 47%, you're gonna allow the company and the union execs and the company execs that's flubbed around with it for decades. Now you're gonna save it by cutting me and my fellow Teamsters? Good luck with that. And I know a lot of us Teamsters are probably gonna end up in jail over that if they do that. If they're silly enough to pass that, and the President of the United States of America is silly enough to sign it into law, they're gonna have Teamsters all over the United States of America who are normally peace-loving, hard-working, productive citizens. Those types are going to say, no. And probably put a bunch of us in jail, but I don't know. We will see. But, they may not do that. They might not say, they was going to do it when Mr. Obama was still there. But then they changed their mind because 3,000 Teamsters, retired Teamsters, and showed up in Washington, D.C., busloads of them, 3,000 of them. Only one of them got in trouble, but then I think that they figured out that he was in the right and the security people were in the wrong, but they changed their mind. But that was 3 years ago. Now they're talking about doing it again. I don't know who's going to Washington to see him, but I know I, for one, will. I can lobby my congressman. And I'm a civilized human being, or semi-civilized. I won't cause no problems unless they start causing me problems that I can't handle. And then something's got to give. And I'll do it the right way, I don't want to knowingly or unknowingly break any laws. But I want the laws to be legitimate, constitutional, of the people, by the people, for the people, not for the correct people. See, that's what they're doing now. They're passing laws, making regulations, and all kinds of, stuff for the correct people. Yeah. Well, they think, and they are the correct people. Socioeconomically and politically, they are the correct people because they're at the top, telling all of us what we can do and what we can't do. Man, it's a beautiful morning here, April the 9th. Which reminds me, I've got to put a check in the mail to the IRS. Bless their hearts. All I've got is retirement income. I don't make no money on this farm. All I've got is my retirement, and they still tax the crap out of that. But, death and taxes. Guaranteed. I'm going to shut up now. Toodaloo buckaroos.